Hey there folks, Mr. Finley here. This is just a short informal video to introduce the Shakespeare project we're about to be starting. Mr. Wood, Ms. Warren, and myself are out today, so we're taking this time to sort of interrupt the sharing of the senior projects this week to talk about the project that will be starting next week, which will be dealing with Shakespeare. Unlike the projects leading up to this point, this is a solo project. You will be working on your own, and the ekphrasis, that is to say, the interaction of different art forms, is going to come slightly differently. For those of you who are in Drama 2, or I'm sorry, Drama 3 or Drama 4, Drama 2 does this as well, as you know. You'll be competing in the English-speaking union's Shakespeare competition. This is something that all of the intermediate and advanced drama students at RTHS do each year, and we're continuing it this year. For that competition, starting next week, you will have a monologue. You will memorize that monologue. You'll prepare it. You'll get notes from me, and then we will compete first at the class level, and then at the school level, and we will choose two people to go off from the school level to the branch competition, and winners of the branch competition then go to the national competition where they go to New York, and they're given a paid opportunity to do that, so that's really nice as well. So that is what this project will be. This is the last project for this semester before we get to the winter sharing at the end of the semester. So you will be working on that monologue if you are in Drama 3 or Drama 4. One thing to say that is quite annoying to me, so I'm just going to mention it. In the past, we could have chosen our own monologues, and so we spent a lot of time in Drama 3 and Drama 4 talking about plays and choosing monologues really fitted to each actor. That can't happen anymore. Instead, this year, we are being given a list of monologues. It's a long list from different plays, but it's still a list that we need to choose our monologues from. That list is attached to this email, so you'll want to just take a look at it and start looking at, okay, are there any pieces in here that seem interesting or plays that I know or want to explore? The list is very weird, I will say that. There are some very good things on the list, and then there are some very strange things on the list. It drops some of the best speeches, I think, for competition. It drops Edmund's bastard speech from Lear. It drops the St. Crispin's Day speech that some of you have done. It drops Hermione's the bug you fright me with I seek, which we've done a lot. And then it includes some really bad monologues in there. It includes my least favorite. In fact, I think the first monologue in the list is my least favorite monologue of all time, How Happy Some or Other Some Can Be from Midsummer Night's Dream. It includes Lady Blanche, but not Constance from King John. So it's very strange. I don't know what's going on there. But that list is attached to this email, so actors take a look at that. And we'll start talking about that, selecting pieces, and then working on it next week. Those of you who are not actors, who are in Video Productions 3 or DMC 3 or in Art 4, you will be creating your own solo piece, whatever that is. The ekphrasis, I'm sorry, there's a T in there, is going to come from being inspired by the work of Shakespeare in some way. This can be creating a work inspired by a play that you already know from your English classes or from seeing it at RTHS or elsewhere. It could be inspired by the work of someone doing their monologue. You may decide to get with someone who's doing a monologue and create a piece inspired by that specific monologue that they are doing and work with them in that way. But all of the pieces that you create will be in some way tied to some work of Shakespeare. It could be a more abstract piece, a piece created around the way that you have felt dealing with Shakespeare through your high school career, because you all have. All of those are ways into this piece, but this will be a solo piece that you will create. So next week, on Monday, we're going to talk about the timetable for this. We will pitch those project ideas for those of you who are not doing a monologue. Those of you who are doing a monologue will give me some ideas about monologues that interest them, and I will help you choose that monologue. And we'll get rolling on the Shakespeare project. In the meanwhile, for today, If you are a actor, look through the monologue list and also watch the video attached here called Tools for Shakespeare. These are the specific rhetorical tools that we'll be using in these monologues. If you are not an actor and doing some other sort of project, please watch the 3 Shakespeare lecture videos that I've also attached here. The first one is the most important, and then it becomes sort of less important as you go on. But at least you should have time today to watch at least 2 of those 3. It will give you a context for why it is we're doing this, and some understanding of why Shakespeare is important and why Shakespeare can and should be fun. If you do not enjoy Shakespeare, it is because you have learned about him the wrong way. And hopefully, these videos will be a way in for that. So that's what you're doing today. Thank you so much.